Hey, everybody, I'm the Ranting Monkey, and with me, as always, is some dumb American. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well. Guy Scribe is not going to be here. He's off doing real life things, so it's just the two of us.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Having a guest, hopefully, they'll be showing up soon, but until then, it's just us.
Yep.
And before we get started, I want to thank Point Curation for his donation earlier, and let's read this. Not an atheist, but would like to get your thoughts on atheism minus. It sounds equivalent to atheism plus in that the plus is atheism plus social justice, and the minus is atheism minus alt-right liberty. Removing what you consider negative equals positive.
That sounds weird.
I think anytime that you try to add anything or take away, in this case, anything from just being atheist, you're turning it into a movement instead of just being what it is, not believing in a God. And if you're trying to unite people based on atheism plus or minus something, it's not going to work because there's just too many variations in what an atheist is. So I hope that answers the question. And
Yeah, I
if
would
not, let me
agree
know.
with
Now,
that too. Like, and I also think it's kind of weird because atheism to me doesn't really constitute a movement, but I guess to some people it does.
oh crap! People are saying I'm roboting. Are you hearing me? Okay.
I'm hearing you okay.
Hmm.
That's weird.
Let me try this, guys, and see if that makes it any better.
I just heard it a
How's
tiny
it now,
bit.
guys?
You sound fine to me so far. Let's hope it stays
Okay.
that way.
I heard one person say, or one person said fine, another said robot. Okay.
Feels like it's great, except it's not. Oh my God.
Okay, we'll see
All
what
right, yeah, we'll
happens.
see what happens. It's all good.
I actually did prepare stories.
Okay, good, because I didn't.
Well, usually when we do this without Scribe, it's just like, fuck it. But
It's still probably going to be a shit show. I just want to like, so if you're here for the format, prepare to be disappointed. Yeah. Like, oops.
let's see. We have powerful coastal storm heading up the east coast of the United States.
Oh, great, great. Yeah. More apocalypse. I love it. Perfect. Fabulous.
It's a strong East Coast storm. It's supposed to develop quickly late this weekend. It's supposed to be Sunday into Monday.
Is it supposed to
Damaging
develop
winds
into a
and
hurricane? Into a hurricane? Sorry.
at the moment, no, it's just a storm. Strong winds, flooding rainfall, so kind of like a hurricane, just not as strong.
Yeah. Um,
Coast.
sorry, you got a super chat from Point Curation.
Yes, thank you for the super chat. It says
Oh,
don't need to read this, so
never
I'm
mind.
not going to read
Sorry.
that per request. But thank you, Point, and I do hope that answered your question, guys. I'm going to do my best to be paying attention to chat as I'm reading.
Yeah, as you're reading,
Um,
I'll get your super chats because I can
Thank
see
you,
it.
thank you. Let's see. It says overall, this East Coast storm will be a quick mover as it races northward this weekend into Monday. Tonight, it's supposed to be tropical moisture from Tropical Storm Philippe. It's going to be pushing some heavy rain into Florida, and it's just going to start moving up into the Carolinas and all the way up the East Coast by Monday. Tons of rain. Stay safe, guys. Be careful out
Yeah,
there.
doesn't sound too bad though. I mean, like it's been worse. It's been known to be worse. I'll put it
Yes.
that way.
Let's see. The next story is Trump related because we got to do Trump.
Woohoo!
Woo! There's rumors out there that the investigation into Trump is leaking information because CNN is coming up with a lot of quotes that are, let's say, ambiguous if they don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Well, for instance, this one from David Gergen. Anderson Cooper asked him, David, how serious is this for the Trump administration? Talking about the indictments that are supposed to be coming down Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Gergen responded, well, it certainly looks like the dam is starting to break now, Anderson, after a long while. I think we're going to be in expense suspense over the next couple of days until we know exactly what the charges are. If the charges are related to collusion or conspiracy against the United States, as Carl pointed out, talking about Carl Bernstein, that was another person on the panel, or if they're just about money laundering, it's going to send a shudder through the warehouse, because that would suggest two things. First of all, the president has been wrong about there being nothing to this. There's actual probable cause to believe in Mueller's mind that, in fact, crimes were committed and in that zone, and there's much better chance of flipping. God damn it. I am so sorry, guys.
It's okay.
And there's a much better chance of flipping somebody if that's the area where the evidence has taken them. For the record, that last stutter wasn't me. That's how it was written. On the other hand, if you say it's a Manafort and he's indicted for some illegal money trafficking, he had personal some time ago. Jesus Christ. That's how it's written.
Is that really how it's written?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right, real quick. Thank you, Point Curation. Again, thanks, Monkey. Appreciated.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And hightailed feature.
Fucking mail. Yeah, there's really nothing to it other than there's a lot of rumor coming out of CNN, which we know it's CNN, but did Mueller leak? We'll see. Okay, you ready for other news?
Yep.
Okay, because this is the only one I really have other than those two, which were very short. GOP tax bill shrouded in secrecy. Days ahead of the plan's release, even rank-and-file Republicans are alarmed that they're being kept in the dark.
Well, that's weird.
Don't you think?
That's like genuinely odd.
Rank-and-file House Republicans are increasingly alarmed by the secrecy shrouding the massive tax bill their party leaders plan to ram through Congress next month. Just days ahead of the legislation's release, GOP members of the House Way and Means Committee are still in the dark on numerous details being ironed out by the powerful Tax Writing Committee's chairman, Kevin Brady. They are blaming the panel's top-down approach for the uncertainty. There are a lot of open issues, said Representative Jim Renacci. I don't give a fuck. Echoing comments made by several of his colleagues on the committee. Heading into the weekend, question marks remain on at least two high-profile proposals to offset the cost of slashing individual and business tax rates, curbing federal deductions for state and local taxes and business interests, as well as potential changes to taxing retirement savings. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that is weird. I don't understand why they wouldn't talk about that ahead of time. I mean, they're talking about ahead of the vote, right?
Well, no, this is just them releasing it to Congress. What's going on here is it's in committee, and the committee doesn't know what's going on.
Well, that's that's weird.
Because apparently Kevin Brady is running it all by himself.
That is all of the bizarre. All of it.
That's really weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not quite
sure. They're going to meet next week
to
to discuss final details before introducing the bill. So it's not like the bill's going to be. It's not a Obamacare, we'll read it after we pass it kind of thing. It's just that the legislation is going to be written and they're going to have to vote on it before anybody gets a chance to. Anybody on the committee gets a chance to put in their concerns, which is weird for the way that Congress works. That's not how they do things up there. Usually they write the bill in committee and send it out for the full vote. They'll still be able to amend it if they want to, but yeah, that is really weird.
Yeah, that's certainly an interesting development, I guess. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
I'm just wondering why he would do that.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. I don't like. What's the benefit of doing it that way?
Less arguing on the committee.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, wouldn't you want to get I don't know, wouldn't you want to get all those details hammered out before you present it? I mean,
Well, yeah, that's how do I want to say this? It's not set in stone. As I said, they'll be able to amend the legislation.
yeah, but I would think that
But
you'd want to have something nice and neat to present in the first place. I mean, but that's just how my brain works, I guess.
yeah, it's weird. Okay, and with that, that's all I have for news. So we're gonna move on over to MSS news before we just start our normal monkey SDA shit show. Rubber Band says I'm wrong about everything. That's possible.
Thank you, Point Curation. What does logical consistency of an idea mean to you, Monkey SDA? Uh, um, what?
What does logical consistency of an idea mean? That it is. Wow.
I guess, like, to me, it would just mean that, the logic is maintained throughout all facets of reality. I have no fucking idea.
I can point out logical inconsistencies, but to explain what a logical consistency means,
I mean, it just means that your logic is consistent, I guess.
and makes sense.
Not I guess, like, that's what it means.
No, you're right. It means that of the idea, whatever idea it is, that it's logically consistent. And I know that that's using the words, and you're not supposed to define things that way, but I don't know a better way to do it, that it makes sense no matter how you look at it, I guess would be another way to say it.
Thank you, Sarah Perizzo. Hey guys, I missed you. Finally able to join live since my shift changed at work. Stream is liked and shared. Hugs and kisses. Aw, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm glad that you're here.
Yeah, welcome back. And before we forget, Monkey Dick, Jim Jones movies, hit the like button and share all of our content, whether you like it or not. Just share it.
Just all of it.
Just
share it all. And thank you, Point Curation again. If atheism minus is minus the bullshit, would you remove the social justice?
Well, I don't think they should be tied together anyway.
Yeah,
that's what with my original response. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but
no, you're fine.
I don't think atheism should be a part of any movement. It's a personal belief, and I mean, if people want to try to do that, they can. But it has been my experience it never works because there's just too many. There are just too many different views going on. You can have an atheist who is a diehard social justice warrior, and you can have an atheist who is an alt-righter. So, I mean, yeah, atheism isn't a movement in itself, and it never should be.
That's pretty close to what I was going to say, honestly. I don't see atheism as something that needs like a cohesive group. I mean, that's kind of like why you got away from religion, right? Is because you don't want to be part of some organized thought process. At least that's my interpretation of why a lot of people, leave organized religion, at least, is that they don't want to be a part of it. So I would think that on the atheist side of things, you'd want some kind of independence. So I don't understand going from one like group think type situation to another.
Thank you, Surfing Moose. Just because I appreciate it, I really do. Point says thank you for the honest thoughts. Yeah, anytime. I got a little bit of shit for saying that MythCon was a bunch of atheists sitting around patting each other on the back for being so smart.
I mean, I think it is. I agree with that assessment, but we kind of, as far as all that kind of stuff, we kind of jive pretty well on our thought processes on all that. So,
I just don't understand why atheism. Actually, we've talked about this before. Mankind seems to need some kind of religion, whether it's actual religion or the absence of religion.
Yeah, and they tend to like turn the absence of their religion into kind of a little
Yep.
mini religion in and of itself because they get together and then they do all this other stuff. And yeah, people tend to like having their organized social groups. If it's not a religion, then it's something else, you know? And everybody always has their niche social group for the most part.
SDW says, wait, no scribe party.
That's right. It's pretty much a free for all tonight.
Point curation, thank you. Not atheist, but euphoria intensifies. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Intensifies. Okay. Oh, I was gonna do MSS News, right?
Yeah, I totally forgot to. I was like, so what were we doing?
Welcome to our stream.
Yeah. Welcome to the
Okay.
shit show. Scribe's not here. We're in charge. And you know what that means? This is gonna be super disorganized.
Indeed. This one comes to us from somebody. Carrie Rose. Carrie Rose. Women of Women in the 21st Century by Shemi. Oh, fuck that. I'm not saying that name. Priorities for Feminism in the 21st Century. Roshuni. Why the fuck would you give me these names to say?
I'm into it. It's not my fault. I wouldn't have done that.
Terroir
I wouldn't have. Yeah.
was
What?
15 when she died, almost literally of shame. The shame was not, of course, hers. She had absolutely nothing to be ashamed about. She was simply a teenage girl in a part of rural Nepal, still practicing a tradition known as fuck.
Poor Spunky.
CHHAUPADI.
Thank you. I know a fat guy. Hey, SDA, met you in Atlanta with Jeff Holiday. Oh, hey. Keep up the good work. Just got a Ranting Monkey shirt and remember to free Kekistan. Well, thank you. And thank you, Johnny Bravo. Red Pill Black is an undercover CIA agent. She glows in the dark.
Nice. I haven't seen Johnny around for a while.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I haven't seen him in a while. It's nice to see you again.
We're going to just describe what this is instead of, because I can't say that name, but this is what it is. The isolation of girls and women during menstruation because they are believed to be somehow unclean and toxic. When they had their periods, girls would be banished from the home at night and made to sleep alone in outhouses where they were vulnerable not only to attack from snakes and other wild animals, but also from predatory humans. Well, if people thought they were toxic, wouldn't that have kept the humans off?
Well, you would. I mean, that's a good point. Like, not that I'm saying that we should leave vulnerable young girls who are, you know, potentially about to dead in outhouses, but you know, he has a point that if they think that they're toxic, I think you're good for. Do you think that works? Like, rape or no raping? I'm on my period, and he's just like, okay, I go away.
I think it might for some people. Actually, we're gonna skip that one because wow. Oh, one from the Jack Cochran. Guess where it came from?
The root.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you ready for this?
I guessed correctly. Yeah, let's do it.
The Caucasian's Guide to Halloween Costumes.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm sorry. It's just, can't believe.
For years, brain scientists and education experts have searched for a way to make white people understand what not to wear to Halloween parties.
It's none of your goddamn business what I wear. Whatever.
In the 2000,
I'm sorry. I'm just having a
in
moment.
the 2016 annual secret Global White People's Convention, a vote to issue a worldwide blackface warning failed by one vote. Well, the convention is not so secret anymore since news of this year's Charlottesville location was somehow leaked. Aha, I see what you did there. That's funny.
It's not, though.
It's funny. All those white people. Fortunately, I have created a foolproof method for teaching Caucasians how to choose costumes.
Oh, great. I'm glad fucking you're here. That's fabulous.
Oh, wait.
Okay. All right.
Ask yourself, what would black people do?
Well, according to social justice warriors, like riot in the street like monkeys. That's what. I mean, for whatever reason, social justice warriors seem to think that if you do something a black person might not like, they're basically going to kill you. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
How fucked up is that? Like, it's one thing to think that they're just stupid. It's another thing to think that they're going to fly into a rage if they hear a word or something like that. But that's what they think. I've gotten threats on my videos about like the N-word, where it's like, I dare you to say that in front of a black person. It's like, that's literally a threat. Like, what you're saying is that no black person has the willpower not to punch me in the face if I say a word.
Yes.
That's messed up. Thank you, Mash. I'm sorry. That like blows my mind and how fucking racist that is. Wondering if you saw this Riley tweet. Wore fake eyelashes and a fake nose ring to a Halloween party last night. Not gonna lie, I looked really fucking hot. Oh God, no, ew. Why would Mash? I didn't see that. Why'd you subject me to it? What is wrong with that? Gosh, somebody bought Mash. That was not acceptable behavior.
Instead of trusting the instincts that came up with colonialism, gentrified sweet potatoes and called it pumpkin spice. No, pumpkin spice is not the same as sweet potatoes.
Pumpkin spice is actually spices. It's not even like pumpkin. I mean, I know I probably don't have to tell you that because like you're a smart individual. Yeah, but like pumpkin spice is like the spices that go in pumpkin pie.
That hurt my head. Gentrified sweet potatoes and called it pumpkin spice. No.
That's not
okay. I get that this guy or girl. Let's see. Was this a guy or a girl? This is Michael Harriet. So it's a dude. I get that he's trying to be funny, but
he's not.
That's not funny. And thought a dim-witted reality star would make a good president. Look to the action of your dark-skinned brethren for guidance. No one knows how to transform themselves into something they are not more than us. We're pros at it. If you follow the tenets of how black people navigate the world every day, I promise you, you will never again be caught in an unflattering Instagram photo being accused of cultural insensitivity or cosplay racism. When is blackface okay? There is much debate on what should and shouldn't be considered blackface. Are all attempts at skin darkening considered blackface? Since blackface comes from the Menstrual tradition, is it okay to wear darker makeup if you're dressing up as a Native American or paying homage to a historical figure? What would black people do? Black people are uniquely qualified to answer this question because there are millions of us around.
Here we go.
Thank you. Who would wear whiteface every day? Oh my God.
What?
Whiteface is the phenomenon where black people wake up each morning and do our best impression of the inoffensive Negro. We smile politely instead of showing our true emotions when someone asks to touch our hair. We pretend the joke we heard wasn't racist or that the woman didn't clutch her purse a little tighter when you entered the elevator.
Oh my God, that's fucking...
This is
whiteface. People not know that like whenever people are like forced into a space, they do what they can to make themselves smaller to appear less. It's like a natural reaction that we all have to like scoot out of the way. Because like I don't know about you, but like I have a massive personal space bubble. So like the most inoffensive midget could walk in and I'd be like huddled in the corner, like please don't come near me. But that's just me. I don't know. Am I the only one like that? Maybe I am.
I don't necessarily do that. I mean, if it's getting crowded, I might, but this is whiteface. We do this so we don't offend white people. It's not that we care so much about what you think of us. It's just that we don't want the trouble. That's why we walk slowly behind white people in the parking lots of Target, so they won't think we're scaring them.
Dude, this is the same thing from last time. Remember that? Like
when did it become okay to slowly walk behind people?
Right? Like that's what the feminist said too. She was like, walk slowly behind them. Fucking don't do that. Why would you do that?
If you're trying not to scare white people, don't walk slowly behind them in the parking lot of Target.
Because that's fucking weird. Like, if you're purposely, like, stalking slowly behind them, like, that's gonna make people go, dude, what the fuck?
It's why I remove 3 decibels of bass out of my voice before I speak to white people. It's why we stand for the flag. When I dressed up as a superhero, I'm called the Black Superman or the Black Jon Snow. What is wrong with wearing a mohawk, gold chains, and skipping the blackface part? People will still know you're the white Mr. T. I'm kind of with him on that. You don't have to paint your face if you're going to dress up like Mr. T. If you wear a Cavaliers jersey and carry a basketball, people will still know you're the white LeBron James. There's nothing wrong with wearing whiteface. Trust me. When is blackface okay? Never. This continues for a while. Should we keep going?
I mean, it's up to you. Like, I'm good. I get it.
Okay.
But
I get he's
that's
trying to be
just
funny
dumb.
and he fails miserably. Oh, this is another one from the fruit, Jack Cochran. Damn you.
God
Thank
damn.
you, Jack Cochran.
But also, damn you. Curse
Oh,
you.
God. Okay, you ready for the headline?
Oh, boy. Probably not, to be honest with you.
Coat hanger abortions are making a comeback with introduction of new GOP bill.
Oh, I'm fucking sure they. How do you know? Like, first of all.
Maybe he's setting up a stand.
Okay, well then. Maybe that's part of the problem in that case.
Oh, this woman has the greatest name ever for a Root article writer. Her name is Monique Judge. Okay. Because old entitled white men never get tired of deciding what is best for women and their reproductive health, the GOP is set to introduce a bill next week that would implement a federal ban on abortions as early as 6 weeks into pregnancy or before most women even know they're pregnant.
Is that really what they're going to do?
I haven't read the bill. H.R. 490, otherwise known as the Heartbeat Protection Act of 2017, was introduced by House Republicans in January and is set for a hearing November 1st, according to Think Progress. The bill is an amendment to the federal criminal code that makes it a crime for any physician to knowingly perform an abortion, 1, without determining whether the fetus has a detectable heartbeat, 2, without informing the mother of the results, or 3, after determining that a fetus has a detectable heartbeat.
So basically, if the fetus has a detectable heartbeat, you can't get an abortion, is what they're trying to do?
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
Well, that's not going to fly too well with a bunch of people. Thank you, Mashisu. The root needs Jesus. All y'all need Jesus.
I could use a little Jesus right now, I'm not going to lie.
All y'all need Jesus.
The bill provides an exception clause for abortions that are necessary, quote, to save the life of the mother whose life is in danger by a physical, but not a psychological or emotional disorder, illness, or condition. The law is aimed specifically at punishing physicians who perform abortions. A physician found guilty of breaking the law would be subject to criminal penalties that include a fine, 5 years in prison, or both. This is never going to get through the Congress.
No, it's not. I'm not that worried about it, honestly.
Yeah. So she's freaking out because she might not be able to get an abortion. By the way, your reproductive health, there's ways to prevent pregnancy.
Yeah, but like sometimes it fails. Like I know that every time that like it fails, it's usually that they're lying about whether or not they were actually using protection, but that's not the point.
If you're that worried about getting pregnant, there's a tried and true method. Don't fuck.
Thank you, Timothy Sealbeck. Sorry. I don't know why, like, my brain just short-circuited. Sorry, Monkey, only got a Jackson for you. Well, thank you anyway.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate anything.
Thank you, Attack Alpaca. SDA, I totally understand the large personal bubble. I rarely ever initiate hugs, even with friends. Yeah, I'm really weird about being touched. You know, it just kind of bothers me when I don't know somebody and, like, they're in my personal space. I'm really touchy about it. So yeah, I tend to be a little like, oh my God, get away from me. It's nothing personal. It's just I don't like being near people when like I don't like being touched. I don't know.
My personal bubble is my arms outstretched and then, in a circle around me. Don't come into that space unless you're my child or my wife. I will hug people now and then, but it's uncomfortable for me. Make it a very quick hug and get the fuck back.
Yeah, I don't mind hugging people. Like if it's like, hey, what's up? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you. Hug, right? Stop it.
Right. And then get back.
Yeah, and then I'm like, all right, leave. Off.
This one is also from the Jack Cochran and comes to us from the collegefix.com. Oh, wow.
What's up?
University of Southern California professor defends tweets promoting violence against whiteness.
Interesting.
Give me just a moment. I was just told that the link that I sent to our guest is not working, so I'm going to try to resend.
Thank you, James Andrew Morrison.
Was there a
message? Nope, just £1 and that's it.
Thank you so much. Let's see if that works. Okay. I kind of want to wait for him.
You want to rate for Shashu? That I don't know why that just came out of my mouth. That was weird. Are albinos white?
There's different kinds of albinos.
Yeah, I guess
there are black albinos. They have white skin, but they're black albinos.
Yeah, but they still black.
They are. They probably have to put on white face every morning when they get up. I just like how he had to turn down the bass in his voice to talk to us white people.
White people.
White people.
White people. That's what we call.
I'm disappointed he didn't write white people in the.
Well, maybe he's not that kind of root author, I guess.
Well, he was trying to be funny.
I know.
There he is.
Satsu! Hi!
He's muted. He's not going to talk to you.
All right.
What up, now?
He ain't talking to
Satsu.
Satsu, I'm glad you're here. We were just about to start well, I'm glad you're here anyway, because you're awesome and always glad to talk to you.
But he really wants to talk to you about the black people.
Well, no. I just didn't want to start a story mid. I was just about to start the story when you sent me the message.
I don't know no black people, so.
USC professor defends tweet promoting violence against whiteness. A University of Southern California professor says he stands behind his tweets that include obscenities directed towards President Donald Trump, calls for whiteness to be destroyed, and the promotion of violence against the white supremacist heterosexist patriarchy. This is one intersectional motherfucker.
That was a mouthful of stuff.
Charles H.F. Davis, an assistant professor of clinical education and chief strategy officer and director of research of the USC Race and Equity Center, holy fuck, defended his tweets in an email to the College Fix on Wednesday. Yes, I stand behind my statements against white supremacy, heterosexism, and homophobia, and patriarchy as systems of oppression, all of which are both embodied and advanced by the violent and dehumanizing rhetoric and policy decisions of the current president of the United States.
Thank you for that word salad. Thank you, Terry Diamantis. Did Scribe spend too much time in the sun? He's picked up a hell of a tan.
That's not nice.
In a statement provided to the Fix, USC affirmed its commitment to academic freedom while distancing itself from Davis's tweets. Statements made by our faculty members are not endorsed by the university. Indeed, we somehow... God damn it. This is why Scribe usually reads. Indeed, we sometimes profoundly disagree with the statements, the statement said.
That would have confused me too, don't worry.
Nevertheless, we protect their right to express those views. However, USC does not condone violence or threats of violence in any form. Okay. Do you think if a professor from USC said that they wanted to destroy all Latinos, that they would still have their job?
Absolutely. There's no double standard here whatsoever. I can't imagine what you're possibly talking about.
Oh, wow. This is part of... To be clear, I am decidedly against whiteness as a social and political ideology, which systematically marginalizes and disenfranchises people of color from opportunities for societal advancement. In addition, I am against the institution of policing, which has historically and continuously enacted racial terror, sexual violence, and economic exploitation against racial minorities, women, and LGBTQ communities, and economically disadvantaged working class people.
Real quick, thank you, Point Curation. Satsu, thoughts on atheism, specifically atheism minus.
The fuck is atheism minus?
Atheism minus is apparently atheism minus the alt-right?
Something like that?
What?
I don't know. Like, this is the first time hearing of it, but then again, I don't keep up with all the atheism stuff.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't really have any particular thoughts on atheism, like as a whole. You know what I mean? Like, I don't generally have a problem with atheists or atheism, and I don't know what the fuck I would classify myself. I think somebody said that I'm agnostic. I think is what they told me I am.
Yeah, I also don't fall neatly into the category of atheist anyway. So that's why I have a hard time answering some of those questions about it, because I'm like, well, I don't know.
Well, that's my whole outlook on the entire situation is I don't know. I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, well, you think there's a guy? I have no idea. And that's the response to it, because
Like, why are you asking me? That's
I can't definitively say yes or no. I really just don't know.
Thank you, Nash. I love how Red Pill Black claims no one has reached out to her to talk yet. Everyone did not reach out. This is what Scribe usually reads. Yet everyone that did reach out, she blocked on Twitter. I mean, in fairness to her, most of us were being pretty sassy. So
I'm a little annoyed by that whole situation.
Oh, I know.
Me too.
We will get to that.
But I'm just saying, like, it's not like everybody was like, hey, Red Pill Black, could I please ask you a couple of questions? We were all like, hey, bitch, what you been up to? So I can see why she wasn't super eager to talk to us. Like, let's not pretend like we were all just like, oh, I wonder what this interesting situation is. I mean, because she's talking to other people who were, like, nice to her about it. Now, like I said, in fairness to us as well, we had a right to be sassy. I'm just saying, like, that was an army of sass she probably didn't want to deal with.
We're giving up on that last story because it's stupid.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
I have a much better one. This also, this comes from Thoughts from the Dryer. Brace yourselves, okay?
Oh boy.
Woman who married herself cheats on herself.
I saw that. I was like, why is that a thing? My mom read that to me this morning. She was like, have you seen this? And I was like, what? She was just, what? What?
Okay.
No.
Let's bring the audience up to speed here. To many, adultery is no laughing matter. But a British woman who married herself 2 years ago has prompted much mockery and mirth from viewers of This Morning by announcing that she has been unfaithful to herself.
Yeah, well, she fucking deserves that. I'm sorry.
Sophie Tanner, who tied the knot with herself in May 2015, revealed to host Amanda Holden that she has cheated on herself with Rory Barrett, a polyamorist?
A polyamorist?
Oh, amorous. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, okay. I was like, is it polyamory? What are you doing?
Dear God. Oh, my God. Wait. With him, a polyamorist who is now also married to himself.
What the fuck? Oh God. So if they cheated on themselves, like, what is this shit? What did you find and why?
Although the concept may seem far-fetched, the practice of marrying oneself, known as sologamy,
Sologamy.
Sologamy? What the
that sounds
fuck?
horrible,
Sorry.
is growing in popularity in the
Oh,
UK,
shit.
with many women choosing to have a full ceremony to commemorate the event.
Wow.
Tanner's father was even present to give away Sophie as a bride.
To whom exactly? Did he pass her to a mirror?
I
love that Sasu said to whom. Like, that makes me super happy. I'm sorry. I just want to say that as well. What the fuck? I'm sorry. Can we go back to sologamy? Like, that just sounds like a fucking disease.
it does.
I'm sorry, ma'am. You have sologamy. Like, ugh.
It's sologamy. So
No,
I don't know exactly how it's said.
That's sologamy.
Sologamy, man.
All right.
Sound like a sandwich.
It does. A bad one. It's gone bad. Don't eat sologamy sandwiches.
It's a salami and bologna sandwich.
Sologamy.
Okay. Self-marriages are not legally recognized by any official bodies. No shit.
You think?
You didn't have to tell me that. What you're going to get a tax discount for marrying yourself?
Right.
That is a very expensive display of loneliness. It's just like, hello, world. I am lonely as fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Point Curation. With doxing, I expect to be killed by an activist or the government someday, even with social autopsy. Do not hesitate to tell the truth no matter what.
Oh, I never hesitate. Because the way I see it, I'm like, my life sucks already. Can you? I'll challenge you to make it worse. Come on, like, show me if you can make anything worse. What the fuck I'm dealing with right now? Go ahead.
Like, I've pretty much dedicated myself to YouTube and to political commentary. So, bite me. Go ahead.
People are like, oh, they're gonna dox you and figure out where you live. I'm like, yeah, but chances are they won't come over here. Once they figure out where I live, they're gonna be like, oh, yeah, I'm not going over there. We'll just send him a pizza he didn't order or some shit.
Yeah. Depending on what kind of pizza it is, I'll pay for it and eat it.
And I'm like, joke's on you, Pizza Hut, don't come over here no more.
Oh God.
This is my favorite restaurant. Thank you.
Anyway, let's finish this article real fast. There's not a whole lot left to it. Self-marriages are not legally recognized by any official body, but proponents say it amounts to more than, quote, the height of Generation Selfie's narcissism, as the Daily Telegraph ventured to suggest. Alexandra Gill, a Canadian food critic who married herself in 2016, told the site that our mothers and grandmothers didn't have the choice to remain single. Self-marriage is... Yeah, they did. What? Self-marriage is an opportunity to celebrate our personal independence, self-reliance, and freedom from the chains of convention.
No, good for fucking you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Super Steven. Sorry. Just stopping in to show some love before I clock into work, and I will leave you with this is why ghosts hate rainy. Bless you?
Excuse me. Sorry.
Okay. And I will leave you with this Why do ghosts hate rainy Halloweens? Because rain never fails to dampen their spirits. Ha! That's funny.
Well done.
Read it out correctly. Can we all use, like, I love you, Sleeper Steven, you know I do. Can you maybe use punctuation?
Oh, yeah.
So I don't get confused. Because my brain just, like, for whatever reason, I just read stuff in, like, a English, and it usually comes out bad. I'm sorry.
We don't forgive you.
Okay.
Okay. We've made it to the 45-minute mark, which means it's YouTube time.
Woohoo!
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
I showed up just in time.
You did indeed.
I would say
SDA, you're roboting a bit.
Robo SDA. Just a little bit.
Is it gone?
Well, I don't know. You have to talk more than that.
All right. I'll go first. I streamed with Satsu today. We got jobs. We're employed.
Yeah, we are functioning members of society now.
In a video game.
Well done.
But only in a video game. That was fun. And I have not made a video because I've been all of the busy with school and stuff, and I'm sorry. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'll make one at some
Don't
point.
worry, I only get 1 day a week too, so don't feel bad, guys.
I'm sorry. You know what? I can try to get on tomorrow as well. We should be able to do that.
Gotcha. Well, let me know.
I will. I promise. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm a piece of shit. I'm sorry, guys.
I didn't say it. You did.
I didn't do anything today. I rearranged my living room. So yeah, I didn't put anything out. And after I was done with that, I sat down to play 7 Days to Die because I'm addicted to this damn game.
Yeah, I started playing it again too.
Oh, well, Steam is having their Halloween sale. I don't remember how long it's going, guys. If you want some good games, they have their horror games cheap right now.
Yeah, PSN has it too. 7 Days to Die was like $6. Me and my best friend started playing it again, and like, cause I've been trying to get him hooked on it for like a year now.
Mhm.
And finally I got him into it, and he's like, "You fucking asshole." And I'm like, "What?" And he was like, "This game, I'm so addicted to it." I'm like, "I told you, it's so good, but it's not good at the same time." It's weird.
Yeah, I haven't had anything that I would consider even remotely successful playing that game, but I'm still really, really enjoying it and trying to get better, and it's a lot of fun.
I'm a fucking master at it, dude. Like I rarely die, and if I do, it's off some fluke shit. I've built some of the most amazing structures you'll ever see. I'll have to show you one day.
Thank you, Johnny Bravo. Have you ever heard of the dream that you had you'll do you
Oh, you got to read the whole thing. Don't you stop. Read the rest of it.
Yes. Okay. God, you fuck. Why'd you have to start laughing? Like, that fucked me up. Fucking me up.
You know what's worse than the message itself? The fact that he did $39.99.
You could do so. You'll do. You could. You. Fuck. You want them to do you so much you could do anything. What?
Oh my god.
What was that?
I have not played PUBG because my computer is garbage, but when it comes out on PS4, I will play it.
Oh, are they releasing for PS4?
That's what they said, and that's what I'm banking for. As soon as it come out, I'm in there like swimwear. But my
my
PC
God,
is
can I feel that? I love that.
no.
Aw,
You
please.
can borrow it.
Okay. Thank
Just
you.
give it back.
I'll make sure everybody knows where I got it.
Dead Rising 3. Oh, that's not bad. 75 off.
Yeah, the Steam sale is fucking awesome. Apparently, it ends November 1st. So, guys, seriously, 75, 80% off is pretty standard from what I saw.
That's awesome.
Satsu, what have you worked on?
I did a video on the native Sarkeesian today.
Oh, what'd that bitch do now?
Mm-hmm. She's stupid.
So, same old.
Sorry.
Well, she equated Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby to Gamergate.
Right. I saw I didn't see your video. I saw your tweet about it. I still haven't watched it.
She dumb as hell. But that's nothing new. I just, to be honest, like I had something else that I was going to talk about this morning, and I'm like, this fruit is hanging really low. All right, fuck it. I'm like, it's hitting me in the face.
So you haven't been here the last couple of nights as we've discussed Red Pill Black. What are your thoughts on Red Pill Black?
Okay. I'm gonna give you the professional YouTube thoughts, and then I'm gonna give you the petty black YouTuber thoughts.
Okay, before you do that, thank you, Point Curation. Have a good night, folks. Thanks for indulging my stupidity. There was nothing stupid about it. You had really good questions.
Thanks.
Point Curation used to come to my streams all the time, but he don't love me no more.
Point. How could you?
Yeah, it's cool. I understand.
Oh, he's always over at Red Pill Black's videos instead.
Oh, monkey, that's just low.
I did that just for Satsu. You'll hear. Go ahead, Satsu. Your thoughts on
Okay.
your
So when I first looked into the situation, I was checking everything out and just kind of gathering information on it to see like what was what. And my first thought was, why didn't anybody know who the fuck this bitch was when she showed up out of nowhere, like super broad, with all these like subs and shit? Because
super broad, I love
the
it.
moment I heard her name, like her actual name, I was like, hold on, that sounds familiar as fuck. And I'm just like, wait a minute, where did I hear that from? So I actually looked it up and I immediately found that Kickstarter shit because I remember, I literally remember the day that I was watching fucking shit. What is the name of his channel with the brain? I forgot what it's called. Fuck.
Oh, Harmful Opinions.
Harmful Opinions. Yes. I remember watching that video and him talking about it. And I was like, holy shit. But then I thought about it like, that doesn't fucking make sense. If she's creating a doxing website, then how the fuck is she like famous? So I started looking into it and I immediately got pissed because I'm like, okay, now I'm about to be petty. I'm switching over into petty mode. Okay. I'm like, I've been doing this for 2 years. 2 years. You know what I mean? Like putting out all this information, doing the best that I can, working on my videos, doing what I can. And this chick just shows up out of nowhere, like just straight up out of nowhere and becomes insta famous. But off of some bullshit because people did not take the 30 seconds that I took to look this bitch up and figure out who she was. And I'm like, that is infuriating. Now I do what I do because I love it. I enjoy making videos and, you know, growth is going how it's going. And I don't mind, you know, moving slowly to make it to where I'm making it. But the fact that this bitch just like solid snaked her way into this situation and literally like people was like literally like they were on her team. And I'm like, is it the vagina? Like, what is it exactly that made people fall for this trap so easily? And I was so fucking frustrated. I was going to put out a video for it, but I'm just like, anything that's going to come out of this video is not going to be my usual quality content. It's going to be petty as fuck. It's going to sound like, you know, I'm bitching about, or I'm not content with my channel and what I got going on. And I'm just like, I don't want to do that. I want to come off like, you know, like I feel like I'm entitled and I deserve more.
I completely get it though, because it's like there are so many people in this community, which I know is going to get me in trouble for saying that, that work really hard. And, you know, like we do these streams every night, which is a lot of work. And people have been making videos for years. And then she's cute and she comes out of nowhere. And I guess she's a trap, like Peasy said, so she's gay. By the way, can I just say, okay, just to lighten it up a little bit, my mom, we were in the car because we were going to go shopping this afternoon. And my mom gets in and she's like, you know, I see they talk about this all the time in chat. What's a trap? And so I explained to her what a trap was, and I was like, so Mom, what do you think? Are traps gay? And she was like, of course, yes, they're very gay. It was like even better. It was great. That made my day.
Oh my God. Yes, they're very gay.
She was like, yes, that's gay. And I was like, awesome. Thank you for playing. I'm sorry.
Moms can be like the most awesome in those situations. Like whenever I talk to my moms about like videos and stuff that I do, like hearing her go off like the way that I do, she was like, because you don't like, I never see my mom like watch my videos, but I know that she does. And she was like, you should see me in here, like giving my side commentary on all the stuff that she reads.
That's so cute.
She'd be like, I'd be annoying the hell out of my husband, like pausing the video, like, you hear that? That shit make perfect sense.
That's so cute.
Yeah,
is she
so
actually
funny.
a trap? No, she's not a trap. She's not a trap. I'm sorry. I said that now. Like, okay, SDA does not know anything about her genitals. You know what? She might be a trap. I have no idea. Can't confirm either way.
I don't know. I couldn't help but like, I'm just like, I'm entitled to a little bit of pettiness. You know what I mean? Like I'm very honest with my viewers. They know who I am. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I just, the fact that shit just happened, because I remember my first encounter was I was watching Dave Rubin, not Dave Rubin, fucking what's the redhead? What's his name?
Oh, Dave Cullen.
Dave Cullen. Okay. Yeah, I was watching his video, and then like I didn't even know who she was. He was like, new YouTuber just came out, blah blah blah, and he was shouting her out, and I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch to where he's shouting her out? Like who is she to where she could just get a shout out like that? So I started looking, and I'm just, huh?
Dave Cullen shouted her out too.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure it was him. That
everybody
that
was shouting her out when she first came on the scene because she just had like this one video that went viral.
Yeah,
it was like, she's Jesus.
I didn't even see it first on YouTube. I saw it on Facebook.
I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw it on Facebook when I first saw it, and I'm like, who the hell is this chick? And I was like, oh man, like the video that they were shouting out or whatever, like I agreed with a lot of the points that she was making.
I agreed with it too, and I think that the fact that it went viral is what really got everybody like, oh my god, this is like a genius. We found a genius, and that's great.
No, but here was my issue with that though, because even while I was watching the video and sometime after, once I started seeing like who this person was, every point that she made was literally nothing nobody like that we haven't said already. It almost seemed scripted, like she practiced all the talking points that we focus on and just learned how to mirror all of them.
No, you're right about that. I can definitely see that as well.
Yeah, I'm like, this sounds like some very scripted, very practiced, like this is all the things they care about, so I'm going to hit every note. It sounded like she was going through a checklist. And I was like man.
Like it's targeted on
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Seems like bullshit, but you know, what is.
When I mentioned the other day that I think she's incredibly smart, a lot of people got offended by that. And this is why I think she is. I absolutely believe that she purposefully targeted a certain demographic. Elephant in the room, she's a very pretty black woman. And I hate throwing this out into the world, but there are people out there who are looking for a token to throw around.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I never, like, if anybody would have ever asked me, like, did I think she was smart? Then the answer would have definitely, because like, can't nobody dumb infiltrate that flawlessly. Like she literally just put out a Kickstarter publicly with her face and everything, her name out and everything. This was like a year ago. A doxing setup that these very same people was talking about. She snaked her way in here. She picked the timing. She picked the fucking talking points. She had everything set up. She showed up on she was on Fox. She was on fucking Alex Jones. How the fuck did she pull all that shit off that fast?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, teach me your ways.
Like this bitch was teleporting. I swear to God, like as soon as she got done with Alex Jones, she just dematerialized and popped up on Fox News. I'm like, what the fuck?
You're right though. Like all of a sudden, she like there's this viral video of like this girl saying all the things, and yeah, I like I said, I agreed with her points, but like Satsu said, when you listen to it, especially if you're like us, and not only do you say this shit constantly, and I know that the three of us phrase it fairly differently, but we're kind of saying the same stuff. Yeah. But you can kind of tell when it's somebody who's saying it because they think it and somebody who's kind of reading it off a script. And like Satsu said, there was something kind of weird about it because it sounded kind of scripted because it sounded like, yeah, but everybody thinks that, I guess.
Yeah, and not scripted in a sense, like, because I mean, like a lot of our content is scripted. Like we write scripts for our content, but
I don't
like
write scripts.
Like formulaic is what it seemed like.
Formulaic, yeah, that's
that's a better way to put it. But yeah, because it sounded a little, yeah,
it was just too right on the money.
Yeah, like way too right on the money. Like I swear to God. I think I've seen this in a movie recently. It happens in like a bunch of different movies, I think. But like when somebody is saying something you agree with and they keep doing it for a second, and then after a while, those yeah, I agree with you turns into, yeah, hold on.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, that's a little weird. You're getting weird. Because it's like random new person saying all the right things. And at this point, because of how many of us there are, you know, you could easily say all the right things. You would know what to say.
I don't know. I was immediately suspicious. Like, not when I first seen the video, but right after I got done with the video, and then I saw Dave Cullen shout her out, and I'm like, oh, this is fishy as fuck. There's no way. And then I looked at her subscriber count. I'm like, she got what, 40 videos?
She has 14.
14. That's what I meant. Yeah, 14.
Fuck
14
my life.
videos.
Like, honestly, I have over 200 videos. I'm sorry, like, I'm just gonna have a petty moment. Fuck her. Okay? Fuck her. like, fuck my life. Fuck it. I'm upset about, like, I'm gonna be petty about. I'm sorry. Like, that makes me a teensy weensy bit cranky. But can we just talk about Dave Rubin real quick?
Sure. What do you want to talk about Dave for?
Just his response to this.
She assured me
is throwing me off. Like, I really don't get it.
You're talking about his defense of her?
Yeah. And then also when you listen to the interview, because Monkey showed clips of it in his video, and you're listening to it, and he's like, oh, okay, we're just gonna not even ask any questions about this. And now he's like, well, she assured me that everything's fine. And I'm like, and you're just gonna go with that? Yeah. I'm just confused with Dave's response.
For me, it wasn't even the fact that, like, okay, she ran the site or whatever, and the story is she ran the site. It was all set up. It never really worked. She had a change of heart, figured out that was a flaw and something she did in the past. She claimed she didn't delete it because that would have been her trying to hide her past. So she left it up. So that way her demons are still there and people can see it. Okay. That was the story. But I'm like, regardless of if that was the case, the fact that you won't say that this site was what it is my issue. Like, the fact that you absolutely refuse to admit that this was a doxing site and it was functional and up and running is my problem, because people have shown that it is functional. Mm-hmm. People's personal information are it's on the site. It is compiled. It was never able to store. Then what the fuck are we imagining this?
Then how are we able to?
Well, no, we are from the deep web. Have you seen that? We're from the deep web.
We're from the deep web. Oh, and another immediate red flag. The one thing where I was like, this bitch is definitely full of shit. The moment she started saying that there was a funded campaign against her, I was like, oh.
I was like, where can I get in on that? Because I would love to talk smack about you.
Oh yeah, I'm like, you pretty much just poured gasoline on yourself at that point. Like, what the fuck? What? Like, are you serious? There is literally no evidence to state that there is a funded campaign. And from people like not even that big of YouTubers, like Triologic, and I'm just like, these people aren't like fucking juggernauts, they're not like the largest YouTubers on here, so who the fuck is funding it?
Yeah, I mean, but like you said, if somebody wants to pay me to talk some smack about it, I don't mind. I'll take it.
Let me link these two together for you, okay? SDA, you asked about Dave Rubin's response, and if you watch the interview he did with her answers are tailor-made to Dave Rubin. Mm-hmm. She really plays up how how Zoe Quinn and Randy Harper, although she doesn't mention Randy, how Zoe Quinn went after her, and how suddenly she had this clarifying moment about how the regressives act. And if you follow Dave's career, that's what he had. He had this moment where suddenly he's like, wait, why are you guys acting like this? It doesn't make sense. And that's what has slowly been moving him from the regressive side into what would be a conservative today. Her answers were tailor-made for him. Now, if you look at when she came out with this funded campaign against her, what had she just done? Well, she'd just been on Alex Jones's show. Alex Jones, who very much believes that George Soros is funding every bad thing that happens in the world. She tailors her answers for the people she wants to be paying attention. Yeah. Thank you, J-Rock.
Sorry, I was going to.
Oh, thank you. She made it politically, played victim and attacked fake conservatives, and also, you messed up when Richard Spencer makes a video on you.
Right.
Did he make a video about her?
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah, she is.
Spence is on our side, I guess.
She is actually quite intelligent with the way she's played everyone. I can't take that away from her. She's a slimy bitch, but I can't take that away from her.
Oh yeah, she did her homework and she infiltrated. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm mad. Obviously, I'm annoyed that she was able to like do it with such ease. But it's like, fuck, man, like whatever your hustle is, like I never been one to like knock somebody's hustle, especially if they're good at it. And I'm like, man, she fucking like y'all, you handed it to her. Like,
Yes.
It wasn't that much effort for her to make y'all look like complete fucking fools. And now she got y'all dancing in her hand after we have already shown that she made you look like a fool. You're just gonna run with it, which adds insult to injury. I'm just like, oh my god, my soul.
Oh my god, Jess, what the hell? If Red Pill Black needs Steve Shives to do her doggy style,
what is going on in chat? What the fuck?
I don't want to picture Steve Shives doing anything like that.
Oh my god.
I don't have a deep topic. My deepest topic is I'm still in a lot of pain. My nose is still stuffed up, but my nasal spray is working. So
I can't do nasal spray, man.
You have to be careful with nasal spray. You can get addicted to that shit.
Man, I don't see how. Like, I don't like shit sprayed up my nose.
What's that?
The saline spray, is that what you're talking about?
No. The stuff that'll actually clear you out. Saline is okay.
I like the saline stuff though. Like, I could get addicted. Like, I fucking snort the shit out of that stuff when I'm sick.
How can you spray anything up? I never understood.
You've
like,
never done it?
Never. Well, no.
Really good.
I tried to do it one time, and it was the worst experience of my life.
Oh, poor.
I was like, it sounds like a drug intervention.
What?
Because somebody made me. They're like, oh, you should use it. I'm like, no, I'm not fucking spraying something up my nose. And they're like, dude, it's gonna make you feel better. So, and I tried to do it, and I'm just like, oh god, it was horrible. I'm just like, I would never ever do that again.
Rebecca Bell in chat says, last time I used saline, it came out my eye. I think you squirted too hard.
Oh, what the fuck? Holy shit.
Oh man.
Did you hit the back of it with a hammer?
Fuck. Thank you, Meshi Sue. Red Pill Black is infiltrating the way people were claiming Lacey Green was attempting to do.
You know what? I was going to bring up in the video that I was going to do too, and I was like, I think she calculated too, like with that whole Lacey Green thing, that because Lacey Green turned out to be, like most people's suspicions were kind of put to rest after Lacey Green came out. I mean, obviously she still has her thought process, which was expected, but for the most part, she has come around significantly, and I think that kind of lowered people's defenses. And I swear to God, if she ever came forth and just decided, all right, I'm about to tell everything, I guarantee that was a part of her plan somewhere. Like, it had to be, because people got lulled into a false sense of security after that shit. I mean, obviously there were still some skeptical people, but she is like, I got an added advantage.
See, I want to agree with you there, but I don't think most people remembered who she was.
I'm sure that's what it was, because if they did, this would have never happened.
What gets me is I don't see how people didn't immediately start thinking of Rage, because her climb reminds me very much of Rage After Storm, and Rage was very formulaic. She just came out and said what everyone else had said with no personality behind it, obviously no thinking of her own behind it, and everybody rushed to her because she had a vagina. And then she turned out to be a flaming racist. Good job, guys. Now, I doubt we'll have that same, problem here, but we're already seeing the SJW bullshit, because then she came out with her, we know it's an uphill battle for black conservatives. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind?
It's literally not, though. It's much easier for
any white person I know.
Here's when I saw that, because that was the tweet that was going to be on my video, like in the thumbnail.
Oh yeah.
When I saw that shit, I'm like, your idea of an uphill battle is 14 videos and over 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
That's an uphill battle for you?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what you think uphill means, but it's not that.
And it's even worse, because at that time, by the time she made that tweet, Alex Jones had already offered her a show on InfoWars. Fuck you.
Come on. It's
Fuck
gonna
you
be
and
an
your uphill struggle.
Because I got a slight bit of criticism coming into the gate. Like,
Yes.
do you know how many people have been doing this shit for like 6+ years who have been getting criticism since the day they started? Like, uphill battle. Oh my God. My feelings was hurt. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh.
I feel ya. I feel ya.
Yeah, that whole situation is just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
J-Rock, thank you. One last thing. Also, Joy Vila, Red Pill Black, excuse me, I'm so sorry, and Laura Loomer are all protecting each other. Fake Trump supporters.
Oh yeah, that's right. Joy Villa.
Oh yeah.
It's doing a thing.
I still don't know who Joy is.
She's that girl who, like, at the Grammys, I think it was, showed up in a Make America Great Again dress and now has a career.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
And
she's
Laura
brilliant too. Like, everybody was like, "Oh, well, that's the end of her career." I'm like,
I'm like, that is the beginning.
You clearly are not looking at this correctly.
I'm like, that's the beginning of a bright future. She did something right.
She hit the top charts. Her CD, I was like, her CD is dropping right now, number one, immediately that day. I'm like, come on, dude, stop it. What are you talking about?
And, like, I guarantee you, half the people that fucking bought it haven't even listened to her music.
Hell no. They're just like,
they're just like, fuck yeah, buying CDs.
Oh man,
who gives a shit?
It's crazy, man. We live in very interesting times right now.
I'm not gonna lie. I have thought about doing that. I could make a fairly big channel if I made a fake channel, something I didn't really believe in. I could be a top SJW if I wanted to be, because I'm not a puss like they are, and they are desperate for somebody who will fight. I could also make a very good alt-righter, make a big channel that way, because I like to fight, and where the SJWs need it, the alt-right worships it. I'm not sleazy enough to do so.
That should take us a lot of energy, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of what, that's something I've said too, is like, because given my position, I could very easily do something interesting, especially considering that I'm in college right now.
But you choose not to be interesting?
Like, I can make something happen, but like, I just want like a nice channel. I don't want to like die.
Yeah, who needs interesting?
Yeah.
I'll let PTW be interesting, and I'll just sit there in the background and be cute.
Yeah.
That's my gig.
I've been considering doing live streams like this, like just starting them up and doing them more often. But like, I don't know, like I've been trying to figure out like exactly how I'm going to do that. Cause I don't know what direction I want to take with it. Like, if it's just going to be like a recap to talk about like videos that I've uploaded, or if it's going to be just like shit talking with people I'm cool with or whatever. So I don't know.
Okay. It's way early for this, but we're going to let chat ask questions too. Guys, if you have questions, comments, concerns, now's the time. If you want our thoughts on something, throw that out there. We'll do that as well. Jeremy wants to know if I was smoking. Yes, I was.
Oh wait, here's one. Is Monkey a racist? Absolutely, 100%.
He hates all the black people, no matter who they are.
White people piss me off.
Fucking hate those whites.
Damn white people.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of hates everybody, so I guess the only people he likes are the Asians. You're welcome, Cryptic.
Where do I lean on the political spectrum?
Oh, good question.
I wish I knew that.
Certainly class me as right wing for sure.
I am everywhere, man.
I'm willing to accept that label.
I mean, I guess if because a lot of people don't feel like centrist is like an answer.
Oh, how dare you be centrist? What the fuck's that? So get off.
But it's just like, I can find merit in a lot of arguments. And I don't think that they all have grounds for like action or whatever, but I feel like there's a lot of shit that both sides have to offer that don't ever really get talked about because everybody's always constantly talking about shit that doesn't matter. Like, that's the focus. It's like we focus on shit that doesn't matter, and while the shit that needs to be talked about is usually ignored and brushed to the side. And I think that both sides offer positions that need to be talked about, but we just never have those conversations. And I'm like, if we did more often, then we can get there. But anytime a centrist or somebody who is center brings that up, they're like, oh, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's not have that conversation.
I get annoyed because I'm a centrist and I have no problem saying so. And a lot of people want to come argue with me about that. Being a centrist does not mean you have no opinions. It means that I am not left. I am not right. I don't base my opinions on those things.
See, to me, that's moderate, not centrist.
The same thing. You're in the center.
It's not really the same thing.
If you're not left or right, you're in the center.
Moderate.
Moderately what, though? Moderately centrist?
I guess. I don't know. It's just like the technical term for that is moderate. People use centrist, like the political.
Yeah,
I don't understand moderate, though.
Here. I'm going to get myself in trouble here because the problem is people like Armored Skeptic. Armored Skeptic calls himself a centrist, and what he is a fence sitter. He won't make up his mind about anything, and he considers that centrism. That is not what it is. Centrism means that you are not left or right. You take some from both sides. It doesn't mean you have no opinions. That's just being a coward.
That's, yeah. SDA, how is your college? Do you ever get bothered with the SJW bullshit? Right now, it's going really well. I have a professor that I really like. Got some that I don't like, but not because of SJW stuff. I mean, if you're in sociology classes and like psych classes, it's going to be bad. In a lot of other classes, it's not too bad. I mean, it is what it is, but it's really not bad. And in my experience, it's not the students that are bad about it. It's usually the professors. So, thank you, Cryptic. I heard an SDA call. See? You say Cryptic and he shows up. It's how you summon him.
Mashishu asks, Ranting Monkey, is it true that your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll? They're both dead, so yes.
Good.
Yikes.
I know it's horrible to use that joke, but I like doing that. I like doing that to people. And while I say doing that joke, it's still absolutely true.
Holy shit. Oh.
What?
The fuck? Well, I'm getting notifications and I looked at my phone and somebody sent me $100 on PayPal.
Nice.
Fuck. This just came out of nowhere. What the fuck?
Thank you, person.
No one likes me. What the hell is going on?
Are you to do the Monster Mash or the Witch Doctor? I like the Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash, for sure.
What do you think the most important thing that needs to be talked about but isn't?
Definitely the merits of Hocus Pocus as the best Halloween movie.
Can we kick her out?
How dare you? Are you serious? Oh my god!
I mean, I know she was here first, but
if we're making joke answers, for me it would be the cereal soup argument. If you want a serious answer,
and they do want a serial answer, Monkey.
I'm
sorry.
That at some point we're going to need to get the fuck off of this rock, and we should probably start figuring out how we're going to do it.
Yeah, that's the real issue, isn't it?
Well, for all of the issues we have of mankind fighting each other and all, at some point we're going to need off this rock, and we might want to figure that out.
SDA, what are you going to be for Halloween? Nothing. Oh, can we? Okay, another thing that I think that we really need to talk about is the fact that Tatsu and I have the absolute worst luck with tanks.
Why aren't one of you tanking?
Well, I told SDA too, but she really likes the summoner. But I swear to God, the tanks that we get are all fucking mental patients. Like none of the first dude had no idea that he was even tanking. He didn't even know.
We were using my carbuncle as a tank until we fucking picked him.
He queued as a tank and did not know that he was tanking. And then when I asked him, like, hey, are you going to do any tanking? And he was like, well, what do you mean? And I'm like, you should probably use flash or shield lob or something. And he's like, what's that? I'm like, oh my God, kick this motherfucker out.
And we did.
Please.
And we got a new one. And he worked out pretty well. Like, I would tank, but I really like being a summoner, and I'm actually good at it. And, like, a lot of people aren't really good at being summoners.
She's good at it now, but we'll see when she hit level 50 if that's still true. I'm telling you, Summoner's hard, man. I'm not knocking your ability, like, to play the game in general, but Summoner's not like people. Summoner they have a very strict kind of move set, and I know you adhere to it, like what you got right now, but it gets heavy later on. But we'll see. I believe in you.
I'm doing good so far as a summoner.
A Sojourner says, I'm a new subscriber and I'd like to hear your opinion on Hillary Rodham Clinton and the Russian debacle. Hillary Rodham Clinton is a narcissistic opportunist cunt, and the Russian debacle, we'll see what happens with that on Monday, but so far it's a lot of smoke and mirrors and not much there.
Thank you, Johnny Bravo. What level are you guys? I will carry you through everything. Yeah, we just hit level 30 summoner. We're going to be doing some more stuff tomorrow because I've got some time.
Yeah, we'll be streaming tomorrow. I don't know what time. I have no idea. SDA is in control of that shit.
I don't even know what server.
Lamia.
Lamia, yeah. Yep. Somebody had asked. Oh, I never got a chance to answer that question.
Oh no, you didn't. What's the most important thing that's not talked about?
Sorry.
Well, I don't know if it's the most important thing, but I know these conversations are avoided a lot. I was talking to Dusty today on Twitter, and he was talking about white people complaining about, feeling kind of, I guess, disenfranchised a little bit in today's modern political climate. And he was like, it's a ridiculous claim and it doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, well, is it ridiculous? I mean, every day you see an article talking about white people can't do this, they can't say that, they shouldn't go here, they shouldn't do this.
They can't dress up as Moana, or it's racist. Yeah.
And I'm like, when you see that type of stuff unrefuted in the media constantly, then I mean, even if you feel it's ridiculous, because I still feel like it's kind of ridiculous for people to be like, oh my God, they're trying to kill us all and eliminate white people. I'm like, you're doing too much. But I'm like, you can't say that they have no reason to feel like it's starting to become that way, because it is. And then on the other side, I know another conversation that usually gets, that usually gets pushed to the side is when it comes to like police. Brutality and shit like that. People are like, there's no issue with the police at all. They're just making that up. If you just follow the law, you'll be fine. And I'm like, but that's not true. Like, it's factually not true. And it ain't got nothing to do with race. Like, police are fucking up all over the place, and you see people dying with this shit. So I'm like, even if you don't feel like people are pushing it to the point to where like it's supposed to be, where you're like, they're making it much bigger than it is, that may be true. But to put forth the argument that there is no problem at all and there's no discussion that needs to be had, I'm like, that's just asinine. That's not helping nobody. So those are the two things on both sides that I think like a conversation needs to happen, but it just doesn't, because everybody's focused on semantical shit that doesn't matter.
I think with the white people thing, I think it's easy for us to forget that a lot of people don't see all of that refuted, because of course we see it refuted as content creators because we're the ones fucking doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, not everybody watches me, which fuck them for not doing that. But it's easy to forget that not everybody gets exposed to content where it's like, yeah, that's a bunch of BS.
Thank you, Johnny Bravo. What class y'all playing? Lalafell Master Race.
He's a Lala. And
I'm a Lala scholar.
And I am a cat.
She's a pussy.
That's right. And
pussy ass scholar.
I am a summoner.
Oh yeah, summoner. Why'd I say scholar? Oh, because I'm a scholar.
Yeah, because he's very Satsu-centric over here.
Dude, all I do is healer classes. Like, that's pretty much it. I do like Red Mage. Like, I've played Red Mage. I got it up to level 70, and it's fun. But like healer, that's what I do.
I really like playing a summoner. I started off as a thaumaturge, and I hate it. I don't like the way it plays at all. Because I was like, I'm gonna also maybe do a black mage and see which one I like better. And I'm like, I can't even get past thaumaturge. Like, I hate it.
I have one more super chat to read real quick from Cryptic. Wow joke. Why did the gnome laugh when he ran across the grass? He was so small the grass tickled his balls. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my god.
What game is this? Final Fantasy 14. It's an MMO.
Yeah.
It's a MMO.
What we're trying to do though, like we want to get like people in our audiences who actually play the game and enjoy it, even if you already have a character on another server, because we don't play that, like we're not like playing like every single day, and we want to do like live streams that involve people in the community. So we're trying to like recruit people within our communities, and we're gonna like stream it and all play together, and we want to make a FC based on like people from just our groups.
Yeah, we do want to do that. Thank you, Johnny Bravo, again. I'm so offended I made a black mage. No, if you like it, that's great. Like, I'm not saying that it's bad. I just don't, it's not good for me.
She's bad, not the class.
Yeah, like it doesn't suit my play style, but a summoner does, and I really like it. So yeah, everybody has their thing. And if you like it, that's great.
Can you guys carry this for a second? I'll be right back.
Yeah. He asked, didn't Final Fantasy 14 fail spectacularly and die right away? Originally, yes. Before A Realm Reborn came out, which is the new one, the original Final Fantasy 14, the one that they were going with first, it completely bombed. Like, people
was it an
MMO
MMO to begin with?
Yeah, it was an MMO. It started off as an MMO, and it was the vanilla Final Fantasy 14 when it first came out. It completely bombed. Like, people could not fucking stand it. So they scrapped the entire project and built it back up, and made A Realm Reborn. And they fucking, I don't know what the fuck what they were doing before or who they brought on to like revamp this other one, but it came out like way better than it did before. And I was playing the alpha. I didn't play the vanilla version of Final Fantasy 14. I just heard about it when I started the alpha of A Realm Reborn. I heard the horror stories. That's all people were talking about. And they were just like, it's bad. Like, we don't even want to fucking talk about it. And I was just like, holy shit, what happened?
Yeah, but we really want to start an FC that involves you guys. So again, we're playing on Lamia, and there's cross-platform compatibility, so PS4 and PC. Whatever you got, it works. But if you guys are interested in playing with us and starting up if you're not on that server and you want to start up like a new character, whatever, and come play with us, that would be super fun. Because like we said, we want to start an FC. Because hopefully I can come up with some more time in the schedule to dedicate more time to this, because I'm having a lot of fun with it. But yeah.
So he said server class level. We're on Lamia. The server is Lamia. The class is she has a scholar. Well, I have a scholar. She has a summoner, and our levels are 30.
What did I do wrong with the way I pronounced that?
I don't know. Well, I think you said Lamia.
Well, that's what it says.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry. We're not going to talk about the way I pronounce Thanalan.
Thanalan. Stop it. Don't start with that shit, man. She got fucking Tourette's, man. Every time. You'll see. If you come to the stream, you'll see. She's got problems.
I do. I have a problem.
Demon Rider says Ranting Monkey should check out Left Cheek and Right Cheek. I'll get on that.
It's Lamia, not Leviosa.
Rich says he's going to be an Antifa member for Halloween.
That's gonna go well.
Psychotic Cognition wants to know our opinions on Mouthy Buddha and the Jewish question. I did a video on that.
Yeah, he did a whole video on that. So
I got into an argument with Ren Michaels on Twitter because she compared Mouthy Buddha to Red Pill Black.
Okay.
said it was the same thing. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck, dude? What?
They're two different kinds of fucked up. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'm like, no, like they both messed up, just in different fucking ways. Like, what?
I think Buddha, I believe him when he says he doesn't like feeling that way. And the problem with the alt-right is, if you go digging into them, is their rhetoric is specifically set up to indoctrinate people. They throw out facts that are fucking meaningless and then claim it's a fact, so you can't argue with it. And then people try to argue with it, and you can't, because they do use facts, at least as far as we know them.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a way of making people go, oh, wow, you're right. And it's specifically designed to do that. So I understand how, and he got a little offended at me because when he first made his video admitting that he had kind of fallen into the alt-right, I told him that he was weak-minded. And it's true. That's not necessarily an insult. I know it sounds insulting, but a lot of people are. A lot of people shouldn't go digging into that shit unless they know they can dig their way out. It's just like a conspiracy theory. If you go read conspiracy theory websites, you're going to walk away from them going, wow, that makes sense, until you go and look up all the counter stuff. So with the alt-right, they, like I said, they like to use facts. Like if you want to look at the IQ stuff, from these studies that have been done, they do show that blacks have a lower average IQ than whites. That doesn't mean IQ actually means a fucking thing, or that they've done extensive enough testing to say that for real, or that IQ, the way they test it, is done right in the first place. So Buddha just got caught up in it, and I hope he pulls himself out. But once you start going down a rabbit hole, it's hard to climb your way out.
Well, the thing is, like, with stuff like that, especially like if it's a study that's like well cited and you can find it and or whatever, we still live in a climate right now where just the very mention of something, regardless of if it's a fact, places you in a box. Like, you are this thing now. You said this thing that another person also said vocally. Therefore, you are now in that box with that person. But it's so limited and it's so sloppy and it doesn't make any sense, because like the shit, and this is oversimplifying it, but it really is this simple. They're like, well, Hitler liked oxygen and you also like oxygen, so you're are Hitler. Yeah, and I'm just like, and it really is that simple to like to a certain degree, like when it comes to certain situations. So even if you're saying something that's 100% factual, if somebody that person doesn't like has also said those words, then you are immediately like equatable, like you're equated to that person now all of a sudden. It's like, that person who I don't like said those exact words, so they must be wrong. And I'm like, but that's stupid. So and it's as simple as this. Like, I was talking to my mom, and when I was explaining the situation to her, I forgot what scenario we were talking about, but she brought up a good point. She was like, so, okay, if your doctor told you because you have an illness, you need to take a specific type of medicine in order to make you live and not die, and you took that medicine home and somebody you hate said, yeah, you should take that, it's good for you. Are you going to not take it now because the person you hate said it?
What are we talking about? I'm sorry, I had to get up for a second.
Oh,
and that was a point my mom brought up. Well, just how, if you, like, we live in a climate right now to where if you were to say something that somebody else doesn't like said, like, you immediately become, equal to that person. Yeah, guilt by association.
Right, yeah, where it's like, well, Richard Spencer also likes pizza, so fuck you. And you're like, oh, fucking everybody likes pizza, so fuck off.
Yeah, and but it, like I said, it's so limited, and it only works, it only works to benefit the person who's making the claim, obviously.
Yeah, and I mean, the other thing is that there can be a ton of political overlap. Like, I'm sure that Richard Spencer and I might agree on a lot of things, and then we get to like the Jewy stuff, and then we really start to diverge pretty quickly. But I'm sure that there are a lot of things we could agree on.
Yeah, when he gets up there and says, smaller government, yes. The Jews suck. No.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the other thing, is that I can agree with some of what he says without agreeing with everything he says. And I don't think that people understand that sometimes.
Oh, they don't. Because the fact that you just said I can agree with some of what he says automatically makes you a terrible person. Because there's no way you should be able to do that. Like,
yeah, but Richard Spencer talks about small government and the government not interfering with stuff. And I'm like, shoot, yeah. And then he's like, but the blackies got to go. And I'm like, maybe not.
Yes. Richard Art says, Renting Monkey, did you know the school systems make kids to be drones, and that most college kids graduate without critical thinking? Yes, it's on purpose.
Oh yeah.
It is absolutely on purpose.
Most of the shit you learn, I'd say about 80% of everything you learn from middle school all the way up, like, it's fucking worthless. It's information that has no bearing on like actual life and shit you're really going to do, unless you go to like a trade school. Like, you know, like I'm going into, you know, the computer technology or fucking, you know, programming, and I'm literally going to the school of fucking programming. That's it. Usually,
if you're going to college, oh, thank you, Johnny Bravo. All right, I'm off for the night. Here's a classic, Johnny 50 for you peeps. Toodles. Nice. See you later, Johnny. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the donations tonight, and the interaction. He doesn't just donate; he's also very interactive. Yeah. Schools. I've talked about this before. For most people, going into college is going to be a waste of money, because, especially at this point in our country where we're at right now. The only people who really need it are people who are going into a professional career, because that's where it's actually needed, like a lawyer, a doctor, an accountant, medicine, things that you need a lot of study for. Mm-hmm. The problem is, years and years ago, liberals figured this out, that if they could get more people into college and force them to take, say, feminist courses, then they could help indoctrinate people into that thinking. Yeah, it is all by design. So when you hear somebody like, go ahead. No, let's say when you hear somebody like Bernie Sanders say that he wants free college for everybody, don't think that has jack shit to do with learning anything, because it doesn't. Mm-hmm. Well, it does, but not critical thinking skills.
No, he just wants you in the building because that's where the indoctrination is.
I'm actually thinking about maybe going to law school. Like, I don't want to do the hard parts of law school because I don't want to be a lawyer. But there's so much stuff that we talk about that's really difficult to understand, because I don't understand, like, because I just don't know the terminology that they're using when they get into all the legal mumbo jumbo. And I'm like, I just want to go. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to do like the hard parts of law school, where like you actually have to go do lawyer shit, because I don't care about being a lawyer. That's the last thing I want to do. I just want to know the stuff, because I'm like, I want to understand what the fuck they're saying when we're reading all this stuff, because it's all a bunch of technical mumbo jumbo, when like they could just say what it actually means. But of course I can't do that, because then.
Well, a lot of times in the law, it's too hard to do that. Yeah. Because it's, well, on Tuesday, maybe this works, but on Wednesday, it's different. So legal stuff is a pain in the ass. But you could do like Ben Shapiro did. He went to law school and isn't really a lawyer.
Well, yeah, it's just that in order to like graduate from law school, you have to like do lawyer shit.
Yeah.
Like you have to go under people and like do that kind of, and I don't want to do that at all. I have no desire to work for somebody, because like working for myself is really nice.
And, I mean, to be honest, if that's the case, there's probably a lot of, I mean, like if you're self-disciplined enough, there's a lot of resources where you can get a lot of that information. If you, it's going to be boring as fuck and you're going to have to force yourself to do it. But I think you could get, you know, about what you would get, you know, without paying
there's also like legal studies degrees that you can get, where you're just doing like legal studies rather than like going to actual law school.
Right.
Danica, what the hell did I miss? Danica says, Jeremy, I'm mine. Smells like a diseased hooker who's been dead for 3 weeks.
What the Whoa.
I fucking love Danica, but I don't know what the hell that is all about.
That's a pretty precise
smell. Diseased hooker.
That's very
A
specific.
diseased hooker that's been dead for not 2, because 2-week hookers, they, it's not that bad. But 3 is.
Oh, and apparently this
And
is
then
her
now
farts.
we just get farts. Like, what is going on?
That's what her farts smell like.
Oh.
You might want to change your diet a little bit. What were you eating?
Dead hookers.
Rolls.
Why? Don't tell people that. Like, that's gross.
That's nasty. That's
That's
nasty.
nasty. That's
wow.
not. That's gross.
That is
That's
just
gross.
completely thrown off my thought process.
Like, I'm gonna throw up now. Thank you for that.
They were alive when I ate them, silly. Oh, sorry.
Fucking Danica.
Oh, that's how they ended up dead. And that's how she knows how long the body's been there. Oh my God.
There you go. There you go.
People are suggesting more fiber. Jesse Jess is like, what? Poor Jesse Jess. I'm sorry, sweetie. At Ranting Monkey, would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. I'd fuck me so hard.
I'm married, so no. But I would fuck me. I'm gay for myself. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a beautiful man. I don't understand people who aren't gay for themselves.
I'm not gay for myself.
I cannot pass a reflective surface without looking at myself, and that is.
I mean, like, I can't
fact.
either, but I'm like checking to see how dead awful I look, and I'm like, all right, do I look dead? Great, no,
Oh, see,
awesome, still kicking.
I walk by, I'm like, damn, I look good, and I keep going.
Yeah, I don't know what that life is like.
You're a beautiful man. What the fuck are you talking about?
I appreciate that. Squishy seems to think so too, but I'm just like, poor delusional woman.
Oh, you're full of it. We've seen you. You're a good looking guy. I'm not saying I'd have sex with you, so don't get any ideas. But
That's exactly what he's saying. Actually,
I mean, I was hoping you were heading down that road, but I guess not.
Of course, that's it.
Oh darn!
Would you be half gay for yourself at SDA? Nah.
This would be a Twitter
Girls
post.
know.
Monkey won't fuck me.
Okay.
This is bullshit.
Make sure you're
Scribe gonna be like, what did I miss?
Make your strong again. Ask Monkey, are you like the golden one? No, because I'm
No.
still sane.
Still saying.
That
I absolutely, like, I don't know if, like, I've talked about this before. I absolutely fucking adore the golden one. He is so stupid. It makes me so happy. Like,
Satsu, you ever watched the golden one?
It doesn't ring a bell.
oh my god, you should. He's
You
so
have to watch
so
at least some of the
ridiculous.
stuff.
I fucking love him. He's amazing. He's really dumb. It's really fabulous.
I have to check that out.
And
It makes me
the
happy.
following that he has is just insane.
It's honestly just like it's a fucking mess, and it makes me happy. It's like watching Dr. Phil, but better.
If you really want to piss off his fans, just go tell them they should be watching porn and beating off.
Oh my god!
They get
And they'll
mad.
get really upset. They don't
Wait.
like the porn.
Did you guys see that Starbucks thing?
What's
No.
Starbucks thing?
Well, maybe.
The thing about the guy who was saying that, like, I guess the Starbucks worker, they were doing a Halloween theme, and she had like fake blood on her neck or something like that. And he's like, Starbucks, you need to be more mindful when you do that because suicide isn't funny. And I was sitting there thinking, like, wait a minute, how did he come to suicide? And I'm thinking, like, okay, when I see blood on someone's neck, especially on Halloween, and they're like dressed up or whatever,
I'm thinking vampy.
I'm thinking vampire. I'm thinking, some fucking serial killer came up behind them and slit their throat. I'm like, the last thing I could possibly think of, the most least scariest scenario that I could possibly think of on Halloween when I see blood on somebody is they killed themselves. Imagine like walking into a field and you see a corpse that is mangled in a field. It's like a fucking broken lawnmower and a corpse right there. And you're like, oh my God, somebody fucked this person up. And they're like, no, that guy just jumped in it. Like it becomes instantly not scary anymore. You're like, oh,
Yeah,
he just
there's no
fucking
guy
jumped
out
into
ready
it.
to, like, kill you because like the killer be dead.
Yeah. So I'm like,
did.
what? It seems like no sane person would come to that conclusion, but he is steadfast on like just thinking that this
I haven't
person
seen
slit their own
that.
throat.
I have a problem with the notion that suicide can't be funny.
Well, I mean, I saw your tweet, so I know that. Somebody else put, like, he was like, you would laugh at a banana peel related suicide.
Yeah, I would.
Thank you, Point Curation. Popping in real quick to address Satsu. For everyone listening, Satsu is worth hearing. Sent you love. Keep being honest and be you.
Oh, it was Point. That's who did it.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Point. I appreciate it, man.
Satsu is awesome. If you guys don't watch him, except for when he randomly shows up with us, you need to be watching Satsu.
I try to show up more often, man. Like, you know what's fucked up though? My biggest issue right now, the biggest hurdle I have to me doing my live streams, like, because I want to start doing hangouts daily. My biggest concern is I don't want to interfere with what you guys got going on. That's like, and it's so I don't know what to do about it. Just stop before 9.
Stop before 9.
Or start after 11. Whatever.
That's what I do. I would like the shitty monkey pre-show. Come in. Watch
Oh, no.
Before you go watch some good content, come chill with Satsu.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
What's this?
I have like the absolute worst headache I've had in like forever.
Ever hear of the guy that mounted dry fuel rockets on his pickup and drove into a cliff?
No. What? No.
I would pay to see that though.
That is amazing.
Fuck.
I mean, it sucks for him, but that's amazing.
Does he be dead? Is he dead? He's probably dead.
Oh my god.
Why?
You know what's fucked up though? Like, if I do end up doing that, like if I do end up streaming, like just during the day or whatever, I'm probably gonna be making it to your streams more often because I want to be in here to see what fuckery ensues after my.
Crack said it's an older Darwin Award. Oh, I had a whole book of Darwin Award winners, and they were fucking great.
I follow top. Oh my god, what the heck happened? Okay.
The fucking headache is short circuiting your brain.
Let me just reset. I follow a couple of Twitter accounts that are Darwin Award Twitter accounts, and they make me laugh all the time.
See, I don't know if this one was ever a Darwin Award. It was. It's just one of the funniest stories of somebody accidentally killing themselves. These college kids were going to go bungee jumping, and they made the bungee. They were doing it off of a building, and they made the bungee cord the exact height of the building.
Oh my god!
My god! Oh, holy shit!
So the first kid down didn't even bounce. Well, except off the ground.
Flat.
Have you ever, like, I don't know if you guys did see that one. I think it was like a Chinese person or whatever, but they showed that full clip of them jumping off of like a fucking 50-story building and hitting the ground. Like, they showed the whole thing. Did you guys see that?
No.
Yeah, they literally showed from him like going from the top of the building to hitting the ground, and he literally was not like, he wasn't a full person when he hit the ground.
Oh, did he splat? Did he like legit splat?
It was probably the third most horrifying thing I think I've ever seen.
No, I can imagine that would be, because have you ever, like, I one day got curious because someone was like, don't look up ISIS videos.
Oh yeah, don't.
And
do
I was
that.
like, okay, so I did it. I wish I hadn't. Like, that's some shit I can't unsee.
Yeah, anything now
wish I could.
where there's a video of somebody actually dying, I can't watch that part. I have to stop it before it.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting, because they never really show, like, they always show it like from different angles or whatever. Or even if they have the footage, they'll blur it out. And I wasn't ready. Like, I expected to look at a video. They were gonna say this dude fell. They were gonna show him fall, and then like you weren't gonna see it. It hit me, and I was like, holy shit! And I like fell out of my chair, and Squishy was like, what the fuck, dude? And I'm like, look at this shit. And Squishy was like, damn. And then she watched it again, and I'm like, you fucking psycho.
Richard Art says cyberbullying is a joke. If you kill yourself because you can't leave Twitter or put your phone down because of a mean comment, then you're weak. Plus Twitter keeps pedos on its website. Yeah, they do.
You know what? I agree with that 80%.
I agree it makes you weak, but some people just are.
Yeah, some people really are.
Cyberbullying itself, I think, is largely a joke because for the most part, what's been called bullying is just people saying a mean joke to you or calling you stupid or ugly. And that shouldn't affect your life that much is all I'm saying.
I sent you guys something funny.
Oh God.
A Sojourner says, Renting Monkey, thank you for responding to my question. I appreciate it. I appreciate you asking. I appreciate you guys coming by. And we say this at the end of the show every time, but seriously, you guys are awesome coming by and hanging out with us every night.
I go to like I haven't been in a massive amount of hangouts, but I've been to like a lot of different people's hangouts, and I enjoy your chat more than any other chat, like, because like most of the people in this community, like most of them, and this is kind of unfortunate, like, but whenever I go to their streams or whatever and I look in the chat, 90% of it is shit posting, and then you get like the paid reasonable questions, but there always seems to be like interesting conversations going on in your chat about all kinds of shit. And I'm like, these people are actually invested. They ask questions and they're actually commenting on the stuff that's being said in the video instead of just shit posting. And I enjoy that. Like most of the time when I'm sitting here quiet, I'm reading the chat because there's like interesting things going on in there.
We have the best audience on YouTube. I've said that over and over. Oh, let's see.
Did you guys see what I sent you?
Yes, that's awesome.
Except that question.
Thought that was funny.
Somebody just ruined it all for me. Never mind. You're
Rebecca Bell says,
"Hey, Civilized Cyclone, it's good to see you. I'm sorry, I recognize him from our games.
Yeah, he's always in our stream.
I got excited.
Okay, I'm going to talk now. Rebecca Bell says, the worst thing I think I've seen is a washed up, bloated body. Those are fucking nasty.
Oh,
aren't they, though? Yeah, they're gross.
Yeah, that's pretty sickening. What was that?
Go ahead.
What movie was that? I think it was like, there was Dawn of the Dead, Land of the Dead. Land of the Dead is what it was, where they had that bloated zombie that was like coming after that dude, and he like grabbed his arm and he was like pulled half his skin off, and I was just like, oh, that's so fucking nasty.
Yeah,
that shit was gross. It's fucking disgusting. That movie was terrible, by the way. But anyway, that movie was terrible.
Net says the worst thing I've seen is my dad and stepmother going at it.
Oh shit! No, I've seen, man.
Gross.
Oh wait,
SDA, do you think your parents still do it?
Shut the fuck up! What is wrong with you?
I'm just wondering if they're on YouPorn. If I can look them up.
Go the. Fuck you, monkey.
That sounded like genuine anger right there.
It was.
Shut up.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. I remember that too. The bloated one from The Walking Dead when what's his face got stuck.
Oh yeah, that was gross.
Down there.
That was nasty.
Yeah.
Guys, we have 7 minutes left. If we missed any questions, please repeat them. I'm so sorry. Mash wants to know Bearing or Irate Bear. I love Bearing. I would not have the channel I have now without him, but Irate Bear's my dude. I love Irate Bear.
I don't like choosing.
I do like Irate Bear. He's awesome. He's
Make Your Shrug again says nasty parent sex.
Parent sex. That's how you were born, motherfucker. That's how
Children,
you came into this world.
Now's the time to turn off the stream if you're listening. I have grandparent sex. Fuck y'all. How you like that?
Lovely.
Put that in your mental bank.
No, I'll keep it out of my mental bank.
Yeah, no, thanks, monkey. Gross.
White pubes mashing together.
Oh, by the way, guys, anybody who did say they wanted to play with us, make sure that you add either me or SDA on Twitter and send us your info, and we will, like, I'll add everybody tonight. Like, everybody who's thinking about playing, if you've already joined the server, if you made your character, I'm going to get on tonight, and I'll add everybody now, so that way we don't have to deal with that shit later.
J-Rock wants to know who my favorite YouTuber is. I honestly can't answer that question.
It's hard for me to pick a favorite, but I can tell you who I watch the most. Like even though I can't, I don't know if I can say they're my favorite, but I don't miss a video from them like ever. And that's the fucking Game Grumps. And if I ain't watching the Game Grumps, I'm watching Philly D. Usually,
yeah, I don't miss an episode of Philly D. I fucking love the Game Grumps. And I don't miss an episode of the Super Carlin Brothers.
I miss some Philly D. I used to watch religiously. I just don't have as much time to watch YouTube as I used to. Thank you, Point Curation. Thoughts on drinking and super chatting / drugs?
Drinking while super chatting is awesome because people accidentally send copious amounts of money.
Drunk tipping for the win.
Yes. Like, you guys are awesome.
I think it's awesome. James wants to know if pubes go gray. I don't know. I haven't seen.
Don't you, monkey?
What's that?
That's it.
Old
Don't
ass
you,
man.
monkey?
No, my hair's going white, not gray. Thank God.
You know, white is just light gray.
No, white looks better. That sounded horrible. White looks better. Point Curation. Thank you.
Monkey done
Like
fucked up.
You know what? I need to know. I'm sorry. I know this is rude to ask, but like, is Point Curation like a millionaire and he's just like not telling us? Because I swear to God, he supports every fucking YouTuber I know.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
God bless it for
we
it.
all have sugar daddies for sure, and Point Curation is one of them.
Point Curation loves us.
Yeah. Yeah. There's me quoted saying white looks better. Danica says I'm taking a clip of monkey saying it.
Yeah, I do believe it was Point Curation in I think we were in Peach Bailey's stream. He gave her $500 on her birthday.
Damn.
I was like, bruh, it's my birthday too.
On Monday, it's definitely my birthday. Don't question it. Point.
Cinema
Don't worry
Sins.
about it.
Oh, Cinema Sins. Yeah, I do watch. I watch a lot
I fucking
of
love
Cinema
Cinema
Sins, too.
Sins. Ooh, and Honest Trailers. I love Honest Trailers.
You know who? Like, a lot of people don't watch this anymore because, like, a lot of the people who I know used to watch it don't watch it anymore. But I still like what is it? The guy with the glasses. Fuck. God damn it! What is it called? I watch this shit every day. Nostalgia Critic. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Angry Joe, Angry.
Oh, I also love The Completionist. I haven't watched like any of his shit recently, but I fucking love The Completionist.
His new videos are good.
Oh, Mash is asking Markiplier or Jacksepticeye.
Markiplier. Yay! I'm glad Satsu and I are on the same wavelength. That makes
Can't
me
watch
happy.
either of them.
I do like. Look, he may be, and his history is kind of fucked up. The guy with the glasses, he's got a fucked up history of just like really weird shit, of like stuff that he tried to do. But I really like some of his reviews, man. Like some of them are just like, I'm just like, all right, well, that was entertaining, I guess. But then others, I'm just like, that shit was funny.
You guys literally have a minute left, so
go.
I've watched all of Markiplier's playthroughs of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, I think that was the only person who I watched all of it.
But I can't fucking play it myself, or I will like have a nervous breakdown. So I watch Markiplier having. No, I'm a fucking wuss. I am a pussy. SDA's a pussy. Like that. I'm not kidding. I'm a fucking wuss, and I don't care. We
should get you to play Amnesia.
No, we should. I don't know what that is, but it sounds scurry.
Oh wow, the original Five Nights at Freddy's is only $1.24 on Steam right now.
Yeah, it's like $1 on mobile too.
2, 3, and 4 are all $2. So
I'm thinking like if I ever hit like 10,000 subscribers, I might just like play through the first one and let everybody see me cry.
Thank you, Point Curation. I fucking wish. I think long term it's freedom of speech or gulag. I'm the liberal that gets the bullet too. I lie awake at night.
No shit.
Damn. That was deeper than I expected.
That was dark. That went places, bro. That went places.
We can't joke anymore after that. Of course we are, but we can, you're not supposed to.
Like, yeah, I'm okay. And on that late note.
Yeah, and guys, that is going to wrap it up. By the time I'm finished with my outro here, we'll be done. Chat, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for always supporting the content that we do. Thank you for all the donations tonight. And Point, I think I work for you now. Moderators, thank you for what you do and keeping the chat clean as clean as it gets around here. SDA, a pleasure as always. Satsu, we don't see you enough. Thank you so much for hanging out with us while Scribe was gone.
I'm trying to fix that.
Everybody, your life makes me sad. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Fuck off.